Alright, so I bought this 6.0. It's a 2006. It's got 200,000 K on it, I think. The guy said I've already pulled all the accessories off, but I'm taking the valve covers off, which pretty much are already there, but I'm pulling off the high pressure rail and the injectors out of it. I'm gonna go get the injectors tested, and then I'm swapping this whole rail and injectors into the white truck because I have a feeling there's more cracked injectors in there. So I'm just gonna go get these all tested and then swap them out. So okay, the rail is off, and I just want to have a quick little look in here, make sure everything looks good. Alright, I guess we'll pop the injectors out next. Okay, I've cracked all the injectors loose, so I can undo them all by hand now. I've also removed the harnesses, just used the 18mm socket and just to squeeze these two together. It pops right out. But anywho, now I'm just going to unscrew them all out by hand, and then I'll switch over to the other side, get those all out, and then I'll go drop them off at Northwest Diesel, fuel injection I believe it is anyways. But yeah, I'm going to have them check them out for me. Peace of mind, instead of just slamming them into the other truck and having an issue not knowing about it. I'd rather find out before I put in all that work. And if there's anything wrong with any of these, I do have another set in the truck, so I'll just pull those out. And but I don't foresee having any issues with these. This was a non-runner, this motor, but it was having other issues, and I'm actually trying to dive into that too, see if I can find what was wrong with it. But first, I need these injectors. Okay, injectors are out. I'm gonna take my borescope later and look in those holes and see what the pistons and the walls, the cylinder walls look like. But here they are. One side's done, on to the next side. Okay, so I'm just looking over these injectors. These are from the passenger side, these are from the driver's side. These look like they have not been replaced. They look a lot older, the plastic's a lot darker, whereas those four look like they have been replaced. So that's pretty interesting. I also found that the dummy plugs and standpipes were upgraded. So yeah, take these off and get them checked out, see how they do. Okay, got my report back for the injectors. I got them all back. Number 6 is no good. These other 3 are marginal. They're just a little high on wide open throttle apparently. But this guy failed because at idle he's leaking a little bit. That's okay because I have one new injector in there already anyways, a refurbed one. And remember, if you guys see the video, remember I said there was 4 new ones and 4 old ones by the looks of it? Well, 1, 2, 3, 4. Those all look really nice numbers. So I'm guessing those are the 4 new ones, and these are the 4 old ones. And this one failed, so that one's getting replaced. Number 6. I already have it out of the bag here. This guy right here, no good. So this guy's gonna be going in for core probably. And so I'm gonna change 7 out of the 8. I'm not gonna change number 1 in the truck because I know that's the one that's already been replaced. So I'll replace them all, and then I'll get those tested as well, so I have reports on those as well. But yeah, tomorrow's going to be the day where we install these injectors into the white truck. So I found this little piece on the standpipe on the top portion when I pulled it out. It seems to be, I don't know, it's kind of rubbery. Yeah, it's a little stretchy, kind of like it was rubber at one point, but is that remains from the last pipes that failed and that's just trapped in there? I don't know, but I'm pulling the high pressure rail off now. I've got most of the bolts out, and I'm going to pull out the standpipe because I never actually pulled the standpipe last time, but I did do it the time before. This is like the third time I'm in here now on this thing. Originally wasn't running, but it's running now, just not when hot. I'll check this. Oh, let me turn this light on. See that little O-ring in there? I don't know where that guy came from, but that's not good. Get that guy. Oh, and there's some more there. And some more there. Weird. But yeah. Let's get those guys out. Oh, and there's a little bit more there. Huh. The rest all looks okay. So quite a few chunks of O-rings in there. Interesting. All right. Those 3 injectors in the back have been replaced. So number 3, 5, and 7. Number 1 has been replaced already, but that was with the remanufactured one. Now I'm going to replace the rail as well. I'll put a different rail on it and button her up. And that'll be it for this side. And I'm going to move over to the other side. I don't know if I'm going to do that today or tomorrow, because I'm feeling kind of lazy today. Okay, high pressure rails back in. 3, well, all new injectors on this side, not new. One was reman, the other ones are good used that have been bench tested and they're good. Dummy plug standpipes in, everything's all torqued up, injectors are torqued. Good to put the cover back on and then switch over to the other side. All right, this side's back together, everything's all buttoned back up. Just got to put the battery back in, but before I do that, I gotta do the other side. So we'll switch sides. We'll come over here and we'll start taking apart this side. Other side took me 3.5 hours. Now another 3.5 hours. I should be done by 6:30, 7 o'clock tonight. So yeah, I could have done it quicker, but like I said, feeling kind of lazy today. So just puttering her along. I don't know if I'm coming down with something or what, but anywho, let's get rolling. All right, I got all the injectors swapped out. Now I just gotta torque these down and then put the rail back on, and backwards I go. Okay, it's just about 6 o'clock. High pressure rail on the driver's side is on. Just got to put dummy plugs back in and then valve cover and put it all back together, and it'll be back together. That's pretty crazy how fast I can do it now. I can't believe that I can do it in a whole day. I also will be replacing that turbo because it seems to be leaking pretty good. So all right, everything is all back on. Just got to do the pipes, put the turbo intake pipes back on and put the water bottle back in its place, and then we're gonna try and do a startup, see what happens. All back together. Gonna start it up now. Well, there we go. She's running. We'll do tests on it. We'll take it for a ride, but I'm done for tonight. I just wanted to run it, make sure it started great. It only took me 3 cranks at 15 seconds a crank. and fired up on the third one. So there you go, all done. All right, let's see if she starts up this morning. There she goes. Took a little while because I haven't driven it yet. There's still air in the system. But once I drive it, that should bleed out. Should be good. There we go. She's all done. Bada bing, bada boom. Well, there we go. That's a better percentage for the IPR now at idle. Everything looks way better now. It's I'm gonna let it warm up a little bit more, but I'd like to see that IPR between less than 24% anyways. So looking good right now. I'll see if I can find the other screenshot of the same data before I fixed it so I can compare. Success. This truck is done and ready for sale. So just a little recap. I bought this truck in August or July. I put a new interior in it. I had it detailed, cleaned it all up. It was non-running when I got it. Parts of the motor were apart. Somebody put in a high pressure fuel pump. No, sorry, high pressure oil pump. They did the dummy plugs and standpipes, and the guy was still having the same issue. So when I got it, I put it all back together. It did run, but it wouldn't start back up when it was hot, and it actually died on me one time when it was hot. So I dove back in. I swapped out all the injectors. I swapped out the high pressure rail, and before I did that, I checked the injectors. I resealed them all because we were having a leak at injector number 1 on this side. And when I pulled it out, I found out it was cracked. So I decided to buy that guy up there and swap out injectors and high pressure rail. And I had the injectors tested, obviously, but she seems like she's gold now.